Now, from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, well, good Wednesday evening, everybody. Hopefully you had a great Wednesday afternoon. It was another busy weather day here in the Storm Studios. We had another round of rain. Storms moved through the area, but for some folks, again, as anticipated, unfortunately not for everyone, but we did get a fairly decent drink, again, of rain, even here in the Metroplex. So as we go through the evening, we're going to taper back those rain chances now fairly quickly. There'll still be some activity as we go through the evening. I can tell you these 90s, that's what the computer thinks the temperature should be. It's not going to be right. There's a lot of rain-cooled air around the area. Here's just a quick check of radar. Again, you can see quite a bit of activity around the area. We're going to kind of leave this here, but we're going to come back to it with live radar updates as we go through the evening as needed. But again, if you're just kind of joining us throughout the day or now heading into the evening, again, yes, you can see there was quite a bit of activity around the area. Now, this is the important part here. Who did see rain? And again, it's fairly splotchy, but there are a lot of locations in our southern counties where the drought has been the worst, right? You can see several locations there that have picked up 1 to even 1.5 inches of rain. Other spotty locations from Denton County, even back into parts of eastern Dallas County, again, 1 inch to right around 1.5 inches of rain. And then as you get into parts of southern Kaufman County there, some locations picked up over 2 inches of rain. So it was feast or famine. Either you got something in your backyard, and if you did, it was probably pretty meaningful as far as the rain totals go, while others, again, you can see a lot of the brown area on the map did not receive one drop of rain. So we had the disturbance. We were talking about this all day, a little mini disturbance kind of pinwheeling through the area. That's essentially done, right? So even tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, we cannot rule out a couple of isolated showers or thunderstorms, but by and large, the rain chances now heading into the weekend go away. We had a ton of Gulf of Mexico moisture for these storms to work with, but even as we get into tomorrow, future dew points, take a look at this here. Again, you can see quite a bit more in the way of drier air building into the area. There'll be a bit of a northeasterly flow overnight, and again, that will help to kind of dry out the atmosphere, and the bottom line, that will also help to kind of dry out our rain chances as well. So as we go through the evening, there it is, basically drying up. As we go through tomorrow, you can see not impossible. Could there be a stray shower? There it is. You see a couple blips, few and far between though. And even as we head into Friday, similar story. So if you didn't get any rain now, it's not looking very hopeful heading into the weekend, but I am still tracking a very significant pattern change. This is a big deal as we begin to, well, end this upcoming work week. We'll talk about that coming up. We did have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. In fact, we had 3 as we went through the day. One earlier in the day in Ellis County, then one in Tarrant and Denton County. Not really anticipating any additional severe weather through the evening. We did have one report of some winds near 70 miles per hour just north of Denton. Again, these storms had the potential earlier to produce those wet microbursts. Now heading into the evening, that threat really does appear as though it's waning down. So that's the good news part of that. Just rain for some, again, without that overall risk of severe weather. So then going forward in time, this is the big deal here. Watch the summer heat dome. It comes back for the weekend, for early next week. Then it begins to shift out to the west. And in fact, there's some locations in the Pacific Northwest that are going to get very hot. There could even be some all-time record heat there. But notice this big troughing pattern. This looks like fall. There's not enough cold air to funnel down into this to really make a huge dent in our temperatures. But this troughing pattern here is going to open the door to a summer cold front. And the way it looks right now, by the end of next week, we may be trending temperatures just below normal. I mean, it's almost hard to say after the summer that we've had so far, isn't it? Okay, so generally 70s for overnight lows. Rain probabilities basically ending overnight in our southern counties. For tomorrow, we'll keep temperatures out of the triple digits, generally speaking, mid to upper 90s around the area. And then again, as we go through tomorrow afternoon, this is a very isolated, we'll call it a 20% opportunity. We may even lower that to 10% for tomorrow. I just don't see a lot of additional activity, unfortunately. And then as we get into your finally Friday, mid to upper 90s as well. And then we're basically talking about hot temperatures heading into the weekend. And there are those kind of ending rain opportunities Thursday and Friday. Again, looks pretty minimal. Weekend looks hot early next week, back into, well, the lower 100s. And then there it is on Thursday, real deal summer cold front, the way it looks right now. And again, that will drop our temperatures. Take a look at that into the mid 90s. Could be a line of storms that comes through on that Thursday with that front. So that could be more in the way of meaningful rain across the area. We're going to track all this. We'll have more as the hour rolls along. Hold on.